Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A new report says technology may be to blame for the rising rent prices across the U.S. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. We begin with top stories sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Former Las Vegas councilwoman Michelle Fiore has been classified as a domestic terrorist by the government. Now, this is according to her lawyer in new court documents. A lot of controversy has followed Fiore throughout her political career, and according to her lawyer, some things that may have led to this classification are Fiore's support for the Bundy family in a 2014 conflict with the federal government and making international headlines in 2015 for a Christmas card showing her and her family toting guns. Fiore was indicted by a federal jury in July on wire fraud and conspiracy charges after prosecutors accused her of raising tens of thousands of dollars for a fallen Metro officer's statue and spending that money on herself and her daughter's wedding.
You gotta get out and vote and make sure they're not cheating. Make sure your vote counts.
Former President Donald Trump held a rally on Friday in Las Vegas a few days before what appears to have been another attempted assassination at Trump's private club in Palm Beach, Florida. On Sunday, Nevada politicians like Senator Jackie Rosen went on socials to say, "I am relieved to hear that President Trump is safe following reports of shots fired near him today. Political violence is never the answer and has no place in our democracy." The FBI says the suspect, 58-year-old Ryan Ruth, has been taken into custody. Moving on to weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. A gusty day with partly cloudy skies to start off your work week, expecting a high around 85 degrees as we get a quick break from the heat. But we do have a wind advisory that will be going into effect at 10 a.m. this morning until 8 p.m. as we are expecting winds to reach between 25 and 35 miles per hour. On the brighter side, the 80s are here to stay until the end of the week as temperatures go back up into the 90s this weekend, expecting overnight lows in the 60s. In business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. A federal lawsuit claims technology is to blame for rental price hikes. The Justice Department filed an antitrust suit against a real estate software company called RealPage, accusing it of an unlawful scheme to decrease competition among landlords in apartment pricing. The allegations center around whether technology can be used for price-fixing rental rates. In Nevada, rental rates rose by $590 a month since the pandemic, according to Zillow. RealPage didn't respond to a request for comment.
Sports sponsored by PT's Taverns, your place to watch all the sports action. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com.
UFC 306 is all said and done here from Sphere Las Vegas to the tune of a sold-out crowd, a record merchandise sales for the UFC, and all sorts of records broken for Sphere Las Vegas as well. Dana White himself, the man who planned this whole thing, is happy with how it turned out.
We did everything that, from the audio to the seats to you name it. We did everything that this building's capable of doing and some things it's not capable of doing. My production crew, what these guys pulled off and what they did, we should be stepping over Emmys at the office.
In health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Aid for AIDS of Southern Nevada held its 38th annual Black and White Party at the Palms over the weekend. The event included performances from local headliners and included many vendors who served food, drinks, and gave out resources educating the public on HIV and AIDS. The fundraiser raised more than $170,000 in counting, which go to help those living with HIV and AIDS in Clark County. The event highlighted the crucial undetectable equals untransmittable campaign, which emphasizes that individuals on effective HIV treatment cannot transmit the virus, bringing us closer to ending the epidemic.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop.
The Falcons and the Eagles go head-to-head tonight on Monday Night Football in Philadelphia, and BetMGM has the Dirty Birds as a plus 240 underdogs on the money line. Philly is a minus 300 favorite. Running back Saquon Barkley and Bijan Robinson are minus 160 to go under a touchdown and a half between the both of them. Eagles wideout A.J. Brown is minus 115 to go over 77 and a half receiving yards, while Drake London is minus 115 himself to go under 58 and a half receiving yards for the Falcons.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders are bringing home a win, 26-23, the final score here in Baltimore, taking down the Ravens with a solid defensive effort, as well as over 100-plus yards from Devontae Adams and a touchdown. Here's head coach Antonio Pierce on what to make of the W.
They all came together in the fourth quarter when we always talk about it, and all three phases showed up. Defense, hey, what do you guys want to do? You want touchback or you want to cover? The head coach want to cover the kick, ball inside the 20-yard line. Hell of a job. Then the offense goes down there. Boom, we score. And then at the end, we're looking, they punt the ball and they shank it, and Daniel Carlson goes out there and hits the game winner.
In lifestyle news brought to you by LV Craft Shows has been bringing you the finest craft and gift shows since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. There's a new way to travel from Las Vegas to London. Listen to this. North Atlantic Airways is offering non-stop round trips between London's Gatwick International Airport and Harry Reid 3 times a week. That includes Thursdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. The founder and CEO of North Atlantic says he sees his airline as an industry disruptor with its low-cost fares starting at $299 one way. The airline will operate seasonally through March, then restart in September of 2025. In entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Pop star Pink brought her summer carnival tour to Allegiant Stadium on Friday. Although she suffered an injury, that didn't keep her from delivering a mind-blowing stunt. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katsilomedes has more details.
The pop superstar Pink showed that she can play hurt, at least in her aerial closing of her concert at Allegiant Stadium on Friday night. It appeared very obvious that she came out for her finale, So What, favoring her left leg. A couple of stage hands and crew members helped her out to the stage to get rigged up in her aerial harness. She flew at great velocity around the stadium as she normally does. She landed and then was carried from the runway back to the main stage by a backing dancer. We don't know exactly what happened, but as she said, you don't need knees to fly.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.